When people get in my car and come from out of state looking for a refuge from their political ideologies of their woke states, they want to check out Eagle, Idaho. It's either going to be Dry Creek Ranch or Legacy Subdivision in Eagle, Idaho. Let's go explore these two neighborhoods right now. When it comes to Legacy versus Dry Creek Ranch, both similar but very different. Dry Creek Ranch, you'll notice right off the bat, has 3-rail country vinyl fence. Legacy has wrought iron with cedar posts. It's a different feel, but both are open. When we talk about Legacy, you're gonna find townhomes that go to patio homes, that go to single family homes, that go to single family homes on lakes. And then we also find half acre and up. When you talk about Dry Creek Ranch, you're gonna be talking about 0.17 acres or north, all gonna be single family homes, and you're gonna be looking at anything that goes up to 1.6 acres. So there's a wide variety of difference between the two. There's a difference of the feel. One has flowers and pots that line the streets. Other has a country feel that's lined with rolling, sprawling hills of the foothills of Boise. You will find that there's quite a bit of difference, but both are in Eagle. Well, technically one's in Boise, but it looks and feels like Eagle. So we're gonna call it Eagle, don't tell anyone. But we're gonna dive in a little bit more to those details. Legacy has 590 acres. They're gonna have 18 phases. There could be more. They have 3 tennis courts, 3 swimming pools, maybe more on the way, parks, 3-hole golf course that's on like 26 acres, 3 holes, 2 holes are over water, 1 hole's next to water. Legacy has miles and miles and miles of walking paths. The grass area has 4 soccer nets that you can play with as well, some for the kids, some for the normal sizes. When it comes to Dry Creek Ranch, there's 487 acres of unused land. You'll notice that some of that's into the hills, some of that's flat. They have a few clubhouses, they have a swimming pool, they have an equestrian center, they have a community farm where you can grow, pick, weed, harvest the vegetables that are grown there. And they also have miles and miles of walking trails as well. But you might want to know who builds in these subdivisions. Well, I'll tell you. Legacy is an open sub, meaning anyone can buy a lot as long as they adhere to the CC&Rs and the ACC guidelines. The ACC guidelines are strict, right? So you'll have one section of neighborhood in Legacy, and this is true, where you have to have presidential 50-year roofs. And then the next section will have normal roofs, asphalt shingle for 30-year rated roofs. That's just one requirement that might be different. The setbacks, those types of things. The fencing might be a little different, but for the most part, you have open sub, but the builders that come in are held to a strict guideline. Even CBH, who has a big portion of homes in that neighborhood, was held to a higher standard than they usually build. Legacy has builders such as White Pine, Solitude, Sherburne Mars, CBH. They have Toll Brothers, they have Malin Homes, they have Richmond America. They have quite a few builders, but anyone, in fact, they have builders in there that only build a few homes a year and come in, buy 3 or 4 lots at a time, build a few homes a year and keep recycling and repeating. And you'll have builders where it's, from start to finish, it's gonna be a little bit more hands-on from the owner himself or herself. Then you have maybe a warranty person and maybe a right-hand man of the builder. That's some homes that get built like that. That's not to say it doesn't happen in Dry Creek Ranch as well. Dry Creek Ranch has homes such as Solitude again, Highland Homes, Boise Hunter Homes, who owns a large portion of that neighborhood, Trident Homes, Stacy Construction, Belleville, Greencastle, which I live in. They have quite a bit of difference of homes, but those homes are closed. And if you want a lot, you have to go through the developer and you have to be part of their builder team. As a reminder, my name is Brian Hymas, born and raised in the Boise Valley. I'm a realtor for the past 6 years or so. I was an appraiser for a couple years prior to that, and I love all things real estate. I love all things Boise, and honest to goodness, the biggest compliment I can receive is a phone call, text, or email from you wanting to get more information about moving to Boise, or maybe you already know you're moving to Boise and you just need the help to move here. I'm your guy. I love helping you out. I'll put you into the easy buying 1, 2, 3 process where it really becomes a process that is so dialed in that people save hours and hours. I know you want to look at every home on Zillow, I know it, but we're gonna put some blinders on and we're gonna get to a process where it goes from 7,000 homes to 100 homes to 30 homes to 15 to 5 and all of a sudden 5 to 3, 3 to 1. I promise you it's that simple, and we can do most of that trimming in a first meeting that we do on Zoom if it suits you. We will get you into Boise. It is a dialed down process, proven, and is super focused and focused on you. The next thing we're going to talk about is the location of each one. We have Dry Creek Ranch in East Eagle, and then we have Legacy in West Eagle. Those two areas are vastly different. One's way closer to Boise, one's way closer to North Meridian. They each lend themselves to a proximity to different stores. So we're going to dive into a screen share right now where I'm going to show you the different proximities to hospitals and schools and shopping and restaurants. we are gonna dive into the map of Eagle, Idaho, looking at the west side of Eagle versus the east side of Eagle. You can see Dry Creek Ranch and Legacy are on opposite ends of towns. In fact, I think I mentioned it before, Dry Creek Ranch actually isn't even officially in Eagle, but it is Eagle School District. So you have the same high school, which is located right here, that gray area, the same middle school, which is located right here, that gray area, and then you have different elementary schools. In fact, Dry Creek Ranch is gonna go to Seven Oaks right here, that gray area here, and then Legacy is actually gonna go to Eagle Elementary School, the Arts, which is off of Eagle Road. That is quite a drive, but you also have a school located right here at the entrance and called North Star, and you have another school, charter school you can go to called Galileo. You can apply to go to those two, and that is where a majority of the kids go, is to schools that are super close. These guys go to Star Middle School, which is right here, and these guys will go to Eagle Middle School, which is right here. So I have heard of kids applying that live right here and they go to Star Middle School, but it's more the rare exception than is the rule. They don't really allow that across the board. So that is the difference between schools. When we look at Legacy, I want to keep this map where it is. I'm going to go to Legacy. We're going to look at shopping. Right here's your main hub. So it's got Hugo's, it's because it's one of my favorite delis right there. I've got Fred Meyer, you've got Costco, you've got Walmart. That's where your shopping is. Going out here, going up this road. This is up a hill. This is where the river is. This is the riverbed. Up the hill, and you're going to go to Fred Meyer, Walmart, Costco. You've got restaurants along here, Costa Vida, Roxbury. You've got Great Harvest. You've got the gas station here. You got McDonald's. You got Starbucks. You got the tavern. You got all sorts of things going on right here. Costco's bringing in a ton of restaurants and stuff as well. It's got Dutch Bros, Burger King, Cafe Rio right here. When you compare Cafe Rio to Costa Vida, no questions asked. You don't want to short yourself by going to Cafe Rio. Just go to Costa Vida and save yourself trouble. That is where you shop for groceries and food there in Legacy. Some of the restaurants that you'll share that are, downtown Eagle from Dry Creek to Legacy, Bodacious Pig right here, Rib Shack, Casa Mexico, Crave is up here. You've got Coins right here. Barbacoa is coming in here. So that would be closer to Dry Creek Ranch. Another couple that are closer to Dry Creek Ranch is what's over here by this Crumble sign, and that's Crumble. You've got Arby's, you've got Freddy's, you've got Carl's Jr. right in this area. You've got Home Depot, you've got Winco for your shopping there. And in fact, when you're here, you actually use this Home Depot as well. So that's something you should keep in mind. But this is actually at nighttime. This is a 10-minute drive. During the day, add a few minutes onto it because of the stop signs. You'll hit a few on the way there. When you look at distance to the airport is actually the same, I would guess. You've got to come from here to here or there to here. It's about the same to go to the airport. We plan, whenever we have a flight, we leave 2 hours before to get to the airport right here. Come down Eagle, go to the freeway, easy off at this stuff. Really, really simple. When you look at hospitals, there's a St. Luke's right here. There's a St. L's right here. Those are both smaller hospitals. If you're being Legacy here, I would recommend going to the huge St. Luke's here, which is probably the same recommendation for Dry Creek Ranch. There's also a huge St. Luke's right here. That's where a Costco is. In fact, when we would hit the Costco up before this one was made, we would go hit the Costco up here for the Eagle as well. Just because this is so many back roads, this is actually closer distance than the Costco that's right here. But that's not something we use anymore, just because when we used to live there, it's because Costco now is at the corner of 10 Mile and Chinden is to Highway 2026. All the out-of-staters want to call it 2026. I'm warning you, it's called Chinden. The locals call it Chinden. This, people want to call Highway 55. It's Eagle Road. Don't get caught. I know you guys like to use your numbers. Eagle Road, Chinden. This is State Highway. Other people do call it 44. 16 is the highway to Emmett, and these things, are closer there. So anyway, hope that gives a good look of what the differences between Dry Creek Ranch and Legacy are. I would say Legacy has a few more options for you. However, you do find yourself heading over here for some things, and you do find yourself heading over here for some things. Just depends. This is a major highway. There's a light here. There's a light here. There's a light here. There's a light here, and a couple more lights here. So that road tries to move, does a good job of it. But for the most part, that's the difference between when it comes to hospital shopping, restaurants, schools, when it comes to Legacy versus Dry Creek Ranch. Now, after viewing the proximities and the map location of Legacy versus Dry Creek Ranch, we're going to dive into some of the market stats of the two neighborhoods. So let's dive into that. We're going to take data from the last 12 months. The median home price in Legacy for the last 12 months has been $973,000. Compare that to the Dry Creek Ranch median home price at almost $1.2 million. The highest sold price in Legacy is $2.2 million. The highest sold price in Dry Creek Ranch is $2.9. The lowest sold price in Legacy is $484,000. Actually round up to $485,000. And the lowest sold price in Dry Creek Ranch was just a hair under $700,000 at just $692,170. The median days on market for Legacy is 9 days before they get a contract, and for Dry Creek Ranch, it is 3. You have to take into consideration there's a difference in how those two list their properties. When you have an open sub versus a closed sub, it's a little bit different, but both are highly desirable, and you can break that down even to find that the median days on market jumps with the higher priced properties. That would make sense. So, but as a general whole, 3 versus 9, Dry Creek Ranch being the lesser number. In my opinion, which one's the best? Well, having lived in Legacy, I have to say that probably I'm biased to Legacy. I absolutely love Legacy. However, my client is moving to Dry Creek Ranch right now on an 1.5 acres, and it is absolutely beautiful and charming. Both are amazing. I don't think you'll go wrong if you want that HOA type neighborhood where you have neighborhood ideals that uphold your values and you have plenty of amenities at both. I'd probably give the edge to Legacy because you've got the golf and tennis and pickleball. I love that type of stuff. And the 3 pools, the locations are fantastic. Nothing wrong with Dry Creek Ranch. I'd give one 8.5 out of 10. I'd give one an 8.6 out of 10. Love both neighborhoods, but I'd probably give the nod to Legacy. You'll probably want to check out, if you're interested in these 2 neighborhoods, the pros and cons of living in Eagle, Idaho. That one was recorded a while ago, but still a good one, still vital information for you to know about the greats and the not so greats about living in Eagle, Idaho. And now a reminder, if there is anything I can do to help you move here to Boise, there is no greater compliment that I can receive than a phone call, a text, an email from you to me asking for my help in that process. You'll have simple questions, you'll have complex questions, you'll be in the beginning process, you'll be in the late process. I help them all, get you on the 1, 2, 3 easy buying process. Let's get you started, and then we can get you going and becoming an Idahoan, leaving your maybe blue state and coming to a red state, leaving some woke ideologies and coming to the best place on earth. This is Boise, Idaho. I would be happy and delighted to help you. Now, after seeing these 2 subdivisions, I'm curious what you see through your eyes of listening to me and also seeing what I show you. Which neighborhood would you choose? Put that one in the comments. All right, I just filmed the whole thing with no sound. Okay, so that was fun. Legacy has 590 acres of the planned community. We're gonna have,